Introduction of X-ray. X-rays were discovered in 1895 by the German physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen and were so named because their nature was unknown at the time. X-ray energy. Electromagnetic radiation described as having packets of energy, or photons. The energy of the photon is related to its frequency by the following formula. Production of X-rays. Visible light photons and X-ray photons are both produced by the movement of electrons in atoms. Electrons occupy different energy levels, or orbitals, around an atom's nucleus. When an electron drops to a lower orbital, it needs to release some energy. It releases the extra energy in the form of a photon. The energy level of the photon depends on how far the electron dropped between orbitals. X-ray tube. X-rays can be produced in a highly evacuated glass bulb, called an X-ray tube. That contains essentially two electrodes, an anode made of platinum, tungsten, or another heavy metal of high melting point, and a cathode. When a high voltage is applied between the electrodes, streams of electrons, cathode rays, are accelerated from the cathode to the anode and produce X-rays as they strike the anode. Generation of X-rays, K-shell knockout. An electron in a higher orbital immediately falls to the lower energy level, releasing its extra energy in the form of a photon. It's a big drop, so the photon has a high energy level. It is an X-ray photon. The free electron collides with the tungsten atom, knocking an electron out of a lower orbital. A higher orbital electron fills the empty position, releasing its excess energy as a photon. Monochromatic and broad spectrum of X-rays. X-rays can be created by bombarding a metal target with high-energy electrons. Some of these electrons excite electrons from core states in the metal, which then recombine, producing highly monochromatic X-rays. These are referred to as characteristic X-ray lines. Other electrons, which are decelerated by the periodic potential of the metal, produce a broad spectrum of X-ray frequencies. Depending on the diffraction experiment, either or both of these X-ray spectra can be used.